Report. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fascist American News Briefa Special Report. FA News Briefa, FA News Briefa Special Report. Fascist American News Briefa Special Report. We're having a special report today to celebrate Kid Killer Kristi, Kristi Noem, graduating to the rank of Sith Lord, and to celebrate Pam Bondi being marked safe from the Epstein files. We're two major celebrations in Trump world today. Kid Killer Kristi is got her new titles, Kid Killer Kristi, which is Trump's favorite because of the alliteration and the meaning of it, and the initials, what the initials spell. He loves that. That's his favorite. So Kid Killer Kristi is her new name, but also Darth Kristi, still with little hearts above the eyes. Darth Kristi for achieving the rank of Sith Lord. Of course, she achieved the rank of Sith Lord by graduating from killing puppies to killing school kids. She's killed dozens of school kids and hundreds of Texans recently, and with the floods in Texas. And Kid Killer Kristi is really making Trump and Putin proud. Of course, Trump and Putin deserve all the credit for this. And just giving credit to Kid Killer Kristi, she deserves credit, but the credit does not come away from Trump and Putin. Don't think that anyone's trying to give anyone else any more credit than Trump and Putin, because Trump and Putin are the ones who set this all up. Trump and Putin are the ones whose plan she's executing, but she does deserve the credit for executing the plan and executing the kids and the Texans so perfectly. The plan was, of course, increasing climate change makes the storms worse. For this, Trump and Putin and all Trump Putiniers are all responsible for trying to make these storms as bad as possible, and that they made this particular storm particularly deadly, and they deserve all the credit and honors for that. Trump personally deserves extra credit. Of course, Putin deserves all the credit that Trump gets. But Trump personally deserves the credit for managing to kill more people by canceling the jobs, firing the people from the Weather Service. But Kid Killer Kristi gets the title Kid Killer Kristi because she did her job perfectly. Her signature is required on any FEMA expenditure over $100,000. And Kid Killer Kristi managed to avoid allowing any FEMA rescue for 72 hours. Just think about how many kids can drown and die in 72 hours, and that's all thanks to Kid Killer Kristi. 850 kids did unfortunately survive, but Kid Killer Kristi will get to them eventually. And if you have any kids that need killing, Kid Killer Kristi is the one for the job. Meanwhile, an almost equally great thing to celebrate is Pam Bondi being marked safe from the Epstein files. That's true. Pam Bondi, the Timu KGB, FBI, and the IDF all investigated themselves and determined that there are no Epstein files. Not only are there no Epstein files, they were never on Pam Bondi's desk. Pam Bondi doesn't even have a desk. They all determined this after a very rigorous and thorough self-investigation of themselves. So there are no Epstein files, so Pam Bondi's safe from that, and that's really important, especially when you think that our assistant FBI director, our Timu KGB FBI director, got the job by making a podcast in which he daily was whining and begging and demanding the release of the Epstein files. Well, thankfully there were no Epstein files. Never were. There was no Epstein. I mean, who cares about Epstein anyway, right? Am I right? Who cares about Epstein anyway? Am I right? Because, I mean, he's swimming with Osama now around their private island. Anyway, no one cares about Epstein anyway. He's swimming with Osama now around their private island. Did I let that slip? Anyway, thankfully, Pam Bondi's been marked safe from the Epstein files. Pam Bondi, the Timu KGB FBI, and the IDF all investigated themselves, determined there are no Epstein files. They were never on Pam Bondi's desk. Pam Bondi never even had a desk. Meanwhile, Kid Killer Kristi has been promoted to the rank of Sith Lord. Kid Killer Kristi has graduated from killing puppies to killing kids, and she's doing it perfectly. Chef's kiss, Kid Killer Kristi. You could have killed more, but you killed as many as you could. And you kidnapped some, I'm sure. When you think about 160 people missing, surely some of those have been kidnapped by Kid Killer Kristi. Putin's kidnapped thousands of kids from Ukraine, and Trump has probably kidnapped more than that from the border, from their homes and schools and Walmarts. Trump is really good at kidnapping kids. So if he didn't take advantage of the 160 missing people, I'd be surely disappointed. Kristi Noem did take advantage and managed to help kill most of them by holding back the federal rescue squads for at least 72 hours. Think about how many kids can die and drown in 72 hours. That's all thanks to Kid Killer Kristi. And that's why she certainly deserves her hard-earned title, Darth Kristi. Still with hearts above the eyes, but she's achieved the rank of Sith Lord, achievement unlocked, and Kid Killer Kristi is the one we're celebrating here, but equally Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi's not really getting quite the flowers she deserves, because Pam Bondi, the Timu KGB, FBI, and the IDF all investigated themselves and found out there aren't any Epstein files. 0 Epstein files. Never were any Epstein files. They were never on Pam Bondi's desk. Pam Bondi never even had a desk. Upon further investigation, rigorous and thorough self-investigation, they determined nothing to see here. They did nothing wrong. And who cares about Epstein anyway? He's swimming with Osama now, around their private island. So Kid Killer Kristi's graduated from killing puppies to killing kids. She's killed dozens of kids and hundreds of Texans. She did this with a plan that Putin and Trump set up for her, sure, so it's not taking any credit away from Trump and Putin. Of course, they're the ones who made the storm so bad in the first place. They're the ones who fired the weather people to keep from getting alerts. But Kid Killer Kristi did the crucial role of refusing to sign the orders for FEMA to rescue anybody for 72 hours. And think about how many kids can be killed and drowned and stolen in 72 hours. So Kid Killer Kristi played a crucial role. So she certainly deserves her new title, Kid Killer Kristi, since Trump loves those initials so much, but also deserves her new title, Darth Kristi. Now that she's unlocked the achievement of Sith Lord, Darth Kristi with 2 little hearts above the eyes, but that's Kristi Gnome for you. She's moving up in the world, moving up in Trump world, thanks to graduating from killing puppies to killing kids and killing Texans. She only killed 1 puppy that we know of, but she's killed dozens of schoolgirls so far, and she's killed hundreds of Texans. So Kid Killer Kristi's run her way right up to the top of Trump world, right up to the good graces of Putin and Trump. And of course, they're all responsible. It doesn't take anything away from Putin and Trump. It's their plan. They're the ones who planned it. Kid Killer Kristi just executed it, like she executed those school kids. She executed those Christian school kids, and she executed all those Texans. And she'll execute more. Just give her half a flood to do it. Just give her half a flood, and she'll execute more. Kid Killer Kristi won't be stopped. Meanwhile, Pam Bondi's been marked safe from the Epstein files. Pam Bondi, the Timu KGB, IDF, and Timu KGB, FBI, and the IDF all investigated themselves and determined there are no Epstein files. They were never on Pam Bondi's desk. Pam Bondi never even had a desk. So Pam Bondi's been marked safe from the Epstein files. Magically made them disappear. Pam Bondi, the Timu KGB, FBI, and the IDF all investigated themselves and determined there are no Epstein files. They were never on Pam Bondi's desk. Pam Bondi never even had a desk. Meanwhile, Kid Killer Kristi has murdered dozens of schoolgirls and hundreds of Texans. Is well on our way in Trump world to achieving Trump's ultimate goal of destroying the USA for Putin. So this is a Far News Briefa special report honoring Kid Killer Kristi, Kristi Gnome, killing dozens of schoolgirls and hundreds of Texans, graduating from killing 1 single puppy to showing she's really got what it takes. She's really the cold-blooded killer that Trump needs to be his director of Homeland Security. Meanwhile, Pam Bondi, marked safe from the Epstein files, Pam Bondi, the Timu KGB, FBI, and the IDF have all investigated themselves and determined there were no Epstein files. They were never on Pam Bondi's desk. Pam Bondi never even had a desk.